Who that? Who that? Who that? Who that? Who that? First shout out the Nita. This one for the haters. You can tune in right now or catch this show later. Going up on Tuesday, night 7 p.m. Click the link in the bio, I'll send it to your DM. Saints going all the way, the Pelicans gonna do it too. This is sports overtime, and we cover all the news, and we breaking all the rules. Let me put my city on. Soon as bro touchdown, I'm about to get my gritty on. This is sports overtime. This is sports overtime. This is sports overtime. Sports overtime. Sports overtime. I do it. I do it. I did it. I done it.
Welcome back, man. Welcome to another edition of Sports Overtime. I am your host, Nate Murphy, man, and we have a big show lined up for you guys tonight. Shout out to everybody that's watching all over the world. We appreciate y'all on Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube. But man, we got a big show lined up tonight, and I'm excited. We back. We didn't do Sports Overtime last week. I had some things going on, so we definitely back in the mix this week. So we appreciate everybody, and sorry for any inconveniences. But let's get right to it, man. Got to introduce my co-host. This guy has been all over the place. Y'all know him with the boxing gloves, the fro. He everywhere. I mean, this guy is literally everywhere, man. Music videos, the games, on TV, on the news. I mean, everywhere. I'm trying to be like him when I grow up, man. But got a shout out to my co-host, Mr. Soul Saint. What's good?
What's happening?
Yeah.
What's happening? Saints plus soul equals Super Bowl. Still bleed black and gold, baby.
All day, every day.
Still bleed black and gold.
You know that.
What's happening, y'all? How y'all doing tonight?
What's going on, man? So we got a lot to cover tonight, man. A lot to touch on.
It's been a minute.
Oh yeah, for sure. It definitely has. I'm excited. Listen, man, I was telling So before I came on the show, I was like, man, I got a massage today. I'm doing good. I'm ready to roll. Let's get it. I'm excited.
Deshaun Watson.
No Deshaun Watson. I know Deshaun Watson. But yeah,
better
man.
Stay away from the massage parlors, bro.
Nah, man. This lady was old, bro. Come on now. But anyway. We got to pay the bills before we get started, man. So got to give a big shout out to our number one sponsor, man, our official sponsor, Bear Law Firm. For anybody that needs an attorney for inadequate security, truck crashes, motorcycle accidents, rideshare collisions, livestock accidents, or maritime personal injury, please reach out to the Bear Law Firm at 504-372-0111. Again, 504-372-0111. Let them know that Nader and Soul sent you from Sports Overtime, and they'll definitely look out for you. I promise you that. Now, also got to give another shout out to our other sponsor, our drink sponsor, man, Element Beverage Company. Shout out to Element. Make sure y'all go and support Element at your local Rouse's. If y'all want to order and y'all not in town, you can go to www.drinkelement.us and make sure that you be influential and you drink Element, man. So shout out to Element.
I need some of them, man. I'm out.
Yeah, me too. I know, me too. I'm out too. Look, I'm drinking. Look what I'm drinking right now. I'm drinking Gatorade right now. So trust me, I'm just like you. So don't worry, we're gonna get them cases in for sure. But let's jump right into it, Soul. Or let's shout out everybody first. Shout out to Kenny on here. Who else we got, Soul?
Kenny, we got your boy JGP Jr. What's up? We got Jerry K. What's happening? As always.
That's my boy.
Some of our faithful.
Jerry.
My boy Jeremiah.
Yes, sir. That's my boy right there.
Yeah. What's up? My boy all the way out in Australia. That's our furthest fan. This fan is the furthest away that I know of. It's dude in Australia. How far is that from us, man?
I don't know the distance, but that shit far.
Yeah, bro. That's a long way, bro. Who that? We got Bionica. Yep, always on here.
Always.
B, welcome B. Yep, B follows, a loyal follower.
Yeah, man. Shout out to B.
Ronald, what's up, my brother?
Ronald.
What's happening? What's happening? We got the king in the house, King David.
All right.
What's happening? What's happening?
Yep.
Yep.
We got a lot of people on, man. Shout out to everybody.
Oh yeah, man. Everybody miss us, man. They love us, bro.
We appreciate y'all, man. For real. We appreciate the support all day, man. We appreciate it every week, man. Let's jump into it, so because man, this stuff has been going back and forth. It's like a seesaw right now, right? One day they telling us Sean Payton got 4 teams that he interested in and teams that are interested in him. And then today we get the other side of the seesaw where it's like they ain't got no teams for him. He might go back to TV. And then tomorrow it's gonna be, oh, we got a mystery team and they just jumped into the mix. And then we go back to 2 days from now, they're gonna say, oh man, he going back to TV, he not coaching. Like this Sean Payton watch thing, it has been crazy, man. Like I've been kind of trying to stay out of it on social media. I just been scrolling on Twitter. I'll read some things, but I just been trying to stay out of it because listen, the thing about this situation is this. If he does go back to TV, we still hold his rights, right? For another year.
All the way till what, 25?
I think 20, the end of
23, 24, end of the 24. Huh?
24, yeah. So if he ends up going back to TV, then we don't have a first round pick this year, right? So, okay, we need to start doing mock drafts on what's going to be available in that top of the second round, because obviously it looks like that's not going to happen as far as the first round pick this year for Sean Payton. But in his defense, right, you're looking at teams right now like Denver, right? Like, so because you know, and me and you always talk about this. We always talk about the Chiefs. We always talk about Patrick Mahomes and how good he is. And obviously they're in the AFC Championship game right this week. Mm-hmm. You talk about the Chargers with Justin Herbert. You know, them dudes, yeah, they didn't do their thing in the first round of the playoffs, but they got so much potential, man, just with Justin Herbert and that offense with Eckler and Allen and Mike Williams. They got a lot, right? That defense is pretty solid. Then you look at Denver, right? You look at Denver, they got Russell Wilson. He fell off this year, right? Their defense is pretty solid, but on offense, they really fell off. He wasn't able to get the ball to Cortland Sutton as much as he should have, right? You got Jerry Jeudy over there. Like the run game was it was kind of like on and off. They signed Latavius Murray from the Saints, right? So when you sitting at your house and you deciding which team to pick, right? I think with the Denver situation, yes, Denver's owners have a lot of money, right? They have a lot of money. They're saying Sean Payton is asking for $20 to $25 million a year. So now as a team, right, they have to pay a coach $20 to $25 million. They also got to give the Saints draft capital. Now, here's the problem. They don't really have good draft capital because they traded most of their picks to the Seahawks for Russell Wilson. Now, they do have a pick coming back from the Bradley Chubb trade from the 49ers. But, bro, the 49ers are in the NFC Championship game. So that pick is going to be, it might be the last pick. Who knows if, So that pick doesn't really help us because that's like having 2 picks in the second round, to be honest. So the draft capital coming from Denver is not what we need as an organization. You look at the Cardinals. So the Cardinals are going to interview him, I think, tomorrow. That would be the best shot.
They got a mystery team.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like what do you mean mystery team? Like, is that the Colts? There's only a certain amount of teams that need a coach.
What's up, Glow? Yeah, it's so that's what I'm saying. They don't try to force feed him on just everybody. Because everybody don't need a coach. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's the thing. So it's like, okay, if he goes to Arizona, is Arizona willing to give up that 3rd overall pick for Sean Payton? Because we know they have Kyler Murray. Now, he did get hurt towards the later part of the season and probably is going to miss half of the season next year. So that's a concern for a coach. All right, I'm going into this new situation. I got Kyler Murray, but he's going to be out for the first half of the season. Should I take that job? Right? If we start losing, then everybody's going to start going off on me, right? So is that a good situation for him? I would say no. As a Saints fan, I would want him to go there and them give us a third overall pick. If that's on the table, then that's good for us. But for him, that's not really a smart move. Then you got who else is in the mix? We got Denver, we got Arizona. I mean, Carolina. Are you really going to go to an NFC South team and go up against the Saints 2 times a year? Now, if that is to happen, he don't want to do that. But here's the thing. If that was to happen, then Carolina going to have to give up a lot of picks, and they're just going to have to, because the Saints aren't just trading him for a first overall pick and that's it, right? They going to get picks out of Carolina to make them weaker. So is Carolina going to give up the number 8th pick in the draft, right, to get him? But even still, even with Carolina giving up all of those picks, I don't think it'll be a good move for the Saints to send him to NFC South team. What's your take on that?
Like I said, man, I don't think that Sean would do that. Would come into the NFC South and go up against the Saints twice a year. I think he might, like I said, I think he's more looking at an AFC team. I don't think Sean's ever been in the AFC. You know what I'm saying? So it would be nice to go up against an NFC team in the Super Bowl. See what it's like to be over there in the AFC. You know what I'm saying? But I really, to be honest, man, I was really wanting him to. I know, is it Arizona that has 2 first-round picks?
No, Houston.
Mm-hmm. I mean, he just don't know, man. Houston's got a lot of potential.
Yeah.
And a lot of potential, to get better. And, I know he probably don't want to go to Houston. I
think the big thing with Houston is that their general manager and they're just, the people at the top are just not on the same page, right? When you go out and you go hire a coach in Lovie Smith and then you fire him after 1 year, right? That's a slap in the face. The coach that was previously there before Lovie Smith, they slapped him in the face too and fired him within a year. I think it was a year as well. So they're not really giving anybody a chance. To really be the dominant coach there. Right. They're just like bouncing from person to person, which is crazy. So for him, he said multiple times that he has to have a good GM. He has to have a good organization, and everybody be on the same page. Because if they're not on the same page, he's not going to a dysfunctional organization. And I don't
see how far Steve is from us, huh?
That's far.
That's ridiculous. Yeah, I don't want to be on the plane that long.
19-hour flight, Lord. Oh, you're gonna see everything around the world.
What's up, Mike Teasy? What's up, my baby? What's up, boy? My baby boy. What's happening, bro? What you doing, bro?
So yeah, I think with this Sean Payton thing, so I think he ends up going back to TV. Just my honest opinion. I think he ends up going back to TV, and I think that he waits it out 1 more year, and then he figures out what happens with that Chargers job or that Cowboys job. I think those are the 2 spots he really wants to go, Dallas and the Chargers. Obviously, he has a house in Dallas. He has a house in LA now. So, it depends on what's going to happen with those two teams. I think he goes back to TV, and hopefully the Saints can get something for him next year. Because I think with Jerry Jones, him going to the Cowboys, I think he can kind of maneuver that situation. Because Jerry Jones, yes, he wants to be the focal point of the team. He wants to run stuff and do things, right? But at this point, I know you probably seen the interview the other day after the loss. So, Jerry Jones looked like he lost. Looks like
I was laughing my ass.
Bro, he looked like he about 100 years old, bro. Like he need to let go, and he need to let Sean Payton run his team. He said Bruno Mars. What's up, Mike?
Sensational Soul Saint. Thank you, bro. Thank you, man. Thank you.
So I You agree with me on that, Soul? I think he wasted out another year and he figures out what happens with
I
that.
hope that Sean Payton don't sit out 2 years and say, I don't want Saints to get nothing for me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he really screwed us.
We really screwed then.
Yeah.
If he sit out 2 years, we screwed. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. Maybe that urge to coach, he won't be able to, stay out there that long without taking a head coaching job, man.
But that's the thing. It's just funny how all these teams was rushing to Sean Payton. Oh, we're doing an interview. We setting an interview. We setting an interview. We setting up an interview. And then now it's like, oh, there's no team that's for Sean Payton right now. That was the report that came out today. I don't really believe in that report. I just don't feel that Sean Payton is excited about the teams that are on the list right now. So we'll see what happens with him. But I mean, I don't know. I'm cool with either way. But again, next year, right? If we in the same situation, then is his value gonna be as hot as it is right now? You know what I'm saying? Exactly. That's another thing you got to take into account too. Is his value going to be up there to where teams are like, all right, cool, let's trade 2 first-round picks for him, or first and a second and a third, or whatever it may be. So I don't know. We just got to wait and see.
It's a waiting game, bro. It's a waiting. He got teams handcuffed.
Now,
and,
I will say
Mike
this.
Beasley say, I figure something will be done at the end of the season, not right now. So maybe after the Super Bowl.
And I think this, and maybe correct me if I'm wrong. Maybe I'm kind of shooting at the stars right now by saying this, but let's just say for an example, right? Let's just say for an example, the Saints have another bad season next year, right? And now you sitting here and you like, all right, we got Sean Payton under contract, right? We got a top 1 to 3 pick coming out in a draft. We have the potential to draft Caleb Williams from USC as our future quarterback. Sean Payton has already been on record saying that he loves Caleb Williams and what he brings, and they should start like a NBA draft lottery because of Caleb Williams and how good he is. Right. So, best case scenario would be, and I know I'm shooting at the stars by saying this, but Dennis Allen doesn't have a good year, right? Next thing you know, they try to bring Sean back. They entice him with having a 1 to 3 top 3 pick, and then he comes back, drafts Caleb Williams, and then we roll from there. What you think? I'm shooting at the stars with that?
That's nice. I mean, man. It's all right to shoot at the stars, aim high. You know what I'm saying? So that would be nice. I mean, it would be nice, man. I'm just, like I said, I'm just so aggravated, just knowing, because usually when the Saints have a bad season, we always have a light and we always feel good about the next season.
Yeah.
But this season I can't do that. You know what I'm saying? We still got DA, we still got Carmichael.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Like my boy Mike Teasy said, bro, it just don't look good. I mean,
and we talked about it. We talked about it on the show, previously. Like, listen, the direction, and that's actually the next topic that we was gonna bring up is the direction of where the Saints are headed this offseason, right? Because this offseason is huge in the sense that there's a lot of holes on this team. And, it's not like past years where it's like, all right, we got to fill the wide receiver role and maybe draft the O-lineman and then we'll be straight. Nah, this year this offseason, we have a lot of holes, right? What's going to happen with David Onyemata? Are they going to sign him back? That's a huge presence at D tackle, right? We thin at D tackle. What's going to happen with Marcus Davenport? Are they going to bring him back? Are they going to let him go, right? What's going to happen with the quarterback situation, right? The quarterback situation is huge. You got Andy Dalton, Jameis Winston. If I'm Jameis Winston, right, the way they did Jameis Winston this year, I'm definitely not coming back. I don't care how much I love the Saints. I'm not coming back if I was Jameis.
We haven't heard that from the horse's mouth yet.
Yeah, but I'm just saying. Say that. I'm just saying, imagine if that was you. Imagine if you were Jameis Winston and they did that to you. How would you feel?
Well, I don't have to, if I knew I didn't have that many options, I would have to take that. You know what I'm saying? But if I come back next year and I ball out and the Saints don't want to pay me, I'm gone. Okay, I ball out. He's got to have a full season, and that's the thing that he hasn't had. So he don't really have too much ammunition to work with.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
He's got to. Right now, you just gotta. I mean, I know they're doing you dirty. You just gotta take it right now.
But too, so. But the thing is, you say that, but let's be honest, man. The writing was on the wall the whole year, right? The writing was on the wall the whole year. They came in, they said, oh, he's hurt, and he was hurt. And then next thing you know, they promised the man, when you get healthy, you'll get your job back. He became healthy. They didn't give his job back. And nobody can sit there and say, oh, he wasn't healthy, he was hurt, and this and that towards the end of the season. Because guess what? He wasn't on the injury report. So usually when somebody's really that hurt, they'd be on the injury report. He wasn't. So that's number one. But number two, the writing was on the wall. They wanted Andy Dalton. They let Andy Dalton play, and he's a decent backup, but he's not a starter.
He's not a franchise quarterback. He's not, a true starter. No,
he's not. So now we ask ourselves this question. Where do we go at the quarterback situation, in the sense that Jameis doesn't come back, right? They want to upgrade the position. Do you go out and do you sign a guy like Derek Carr, or do you go out and sign a guy like Jimmy Garoppolo?
I think we need to draft a rookie somewhere in the middle rounds. Hopefully we can get a Caleb, like you said, a Caleb Williams, but we do need a veteran. We got to have a veteran in the quarterback room. We got to have somebody that this new guy can learn from, so we would have to go, and maybe a Garoppolo or something. Derek Carr just don't excite me. I mean, I'm not a big Derek Carr fan.
Well, the only reason why I say that is because obviously Dennis Allen is the one who drafted Derek Carr, right? So that's why I say that, and they've been in constant communication. They talk to each other all the time. So that might be a move
that's why I definitely don't want Derek Carr. DA.
That's actually a good point.
You know what I'm saying? No. I'm good. So, I hope, like I said, we go, while Mike said, knowing our stupid front office, they would bring Dalton back.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. But again, do you go to Derek Carr way? Do you go Jimmy Garoppolo? Do you end up saying, look, man,
I go with Jimmy G, bro. Jimmy G was a good
Aaron Rodgers, or let's go out and try to, but the thing is this, right? It's kind of hard trying to convince a player that's trying to rejuvenate his career to come play on a team led by Dennis Allen.
Right.
That's the tough thing, right? That's the tough thing about the situation.
Yeah, my boy Graylin say, give me Jimmy G.
Yeah.
I mean, Jimmy G, he win games, bro. You know what I'm saying? He don't turn over the ball and give away games. I mean, he doesn't wow you, but hey, he gets the job done, bro. So,
he does get it done. The aspect I do like about the Derek Carr situation is that if the pocket breaks down, dude is about running and getting a first down. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, you could kind of, a lot of people say, all right, well, we got Taysom for that. Yeah, we do. But I think that when you look at arm strength, I think obviously Derek Carr's arm is way better than
Ashley. She said, what about Kaepernick? I think his days of playing is over.
I'm not gonna lie to you, Ashley. I seen him last year. He actually was down here at Carr for a tryout. He was practicing. He was trying out around the whole United States, trying to get put on with somebody. And man, I'm not gonna lie to you. His arm strength is definitely still there. He hasn't played in a long time, but I don't know. I just feel like it's over for him for sure. I agree. So
yeah. It's just been too long. He's been away from football.
Look so.
Yeah. It's been too long, man. It's been too long.
Yeah, man. But I don't know, man. So I mean, if you had the choice, you going with Jimmy G?
Yeah, I'll go with Jimmy G, bro.
Okay.
I'll go with Jimmy G. I'm trying to see who else out there as like that's a veteran. I wouldn't want Tom Brady.
No, he washed.
Yeah, I don't want Tom Brady. I would really try to make a strong push to go get Jimmy G. If we don't bring, if my boy James don't want to play here, I think we should really try to go get him. And go ahead.
Let me
And
give you this.
I don't want back.
Let me give you this scenario then. And I want everybody in the chat on Facebook right now to tell me who would you pick. So let's bring up this situation, right? So let's say Aaron Rodgers ends up staying in Green Bay. And let's say the 49ers end up rolling with Purdy from here on out. Do you go out and you trade for a Trey Lance or a Jordan Love?
That's a good question. Trey, before he got hurt, he was looking promising. Jordan Love, you don't really know what he can do because Aaron Rodgers plays hurt and everything. He don't let the dude play. You know what I'm saying? He play hurt. You know what I'm saying? He don't want to stay out the game a minute, right?
Well, he annoying, bro. If I was behind him, I'd be so mad. I'd be so mad, bro.
Aaron Rodgers don't let no backups play, boy. Take me up. Say I'm ready to play. Take me up.
But I think when looking at it though, I know a lot of people are saying neither one in the chat. But man, I don't know, man. I just feel as though maybe you could take it. I mean, you're gonna end up taking a chance on somebody, right? Whether it's the draft or whether it's free agency, you're still gonna end up taking a chance on somebody. But would you take
one person said, I forgot who that was. They was talking about Bridgewater. I mean, we knew Bridgewater's ceiling.
Man.
It's just
Bridgewater's ceiling with Sean Payton, not with Dennis Allen,
right? So, he won those games, but we really know who won those 5 games, the defense.
Yeah, so that's the thing. And Jerry brings up a good point. Do the 49ers trade though after giving up 3 firsts to get him? Well, the 49ers are in a good situation right now because they got Brock Purdy. He's in the NFC Championship game right now. And again, with the solid defense, you don't really need your quarterback to do as much, right? He has been making some throws and been playing very well, but you don't really need him to do as much as somebody who can't lead his team down the field,
Yeah, Mike say that they don't fit our play style, but I'm sure they're not per se like Lamar Jackson's. You know what I'm saying? We can mold them to play our type of ball. I think we can, make them the kind of quarterbacks that we need. But
I'd agree with Mike too. I would go over. I'd go Trey Lance over.
Trey Lance, right.
But the only thing with the Lamar Jackson situation, what kind of triggered my my hesitation on that? What kind of triggered my hesitation on the Lamar Jackson front is this. It's nothing to do with the player. I love Lamar Jackson. I love what he brings. I went to the game. So we was at the game when, what was it, Monday night when they played the Saints this year. But
he's so special, bro. You're a risk changing your offense for Lamar.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? He's a special quarterback, bro.
But here's what triggered me though. Here's why I say they won't get Lamar. Because in Mickey Loomis's press conference last week, right, he brought up the fact that the Saints are trying to fix this cap situation and not, keep trying to get under the cap every year, right? They trying to free up some space. They trying to, get in the middle of the pack. So now when he comes out and says something like that, so I feel as though going out and getting Lamar, you gonna end up spending $250 million guaranteed to bring this guy to the Saints. You talking about somebody that's gonna get paid $50 million plus a year. Can we really afford that as an organization?
Right. Carmichael would really F him up.
Oh yeah,
if Carmichael stayed and was the offensive coordinator with Lamar. You're right, T. He gotta go.
You need to go. If that's the case, if you go out and you get Lamar Jackson, you need to try to get Bieniemy from Kansas City immediately to come coach this team because of what he's did with and what he's done with Patrick Mahomes. He can do the same thing with Lamar, and this offense would be scary with Lamar, Olave, Shaheed, and then Lamar got an arm. He can get the ball downfield, you know, and if the pocket breaks down, this guy going for 20, 30, 40 yards in a heartbeat. So that's
I hope that's not true, Glow. I wouldn't want to play against Lamar in the same division with us. Yeah. But you know, hey, Atlanta like that type. Look, Mike Vick. They want a Mike Vick back over there. You know, they need something.
The one thing that doesn't worry about me with Atlanta is Atlanta don't make good decisions anyway. So I don't think that's gonna happen. Let's just be honest. But you know, so we'll see. But I mean, again, man, Lamar's gonna cost a lot of money. I'm with everybody that's on here. I'm reading the comments. Listen, I agree. We definitely should go out and try to get Lamar. But when you got your general manager coming on at his press conference and saying, "Man, we need to fix the cap. We need to stop being underneath the cap, over the cap." I don't know.
Yeah, that's true, Mike.
Yeah, he did. He did do the job with Hurts. But you know, a lot of people are saying this too, Mike. A lot of people are saying, obviously, we sticking with Pete Carmichael for the next year, right? So I guess what a lot of people are saying is next year, if Dennis Allen ends up screwing it up again, then the Saints could go out and get the OC from the Lions and bring him as a head coach, because he's like a young, you know, he's a young guy. He got that Lions offense rolling, and he's definitely going to be a hot commodity next year. He was actually a hot commodity this year, but he declined a lot of coaching jobs. He wanted to stay with the Lions. So we'll see next year. Maybe he wants his own team. But again, that would be a good, I think his name is Ben Johnson, if I'm not mistaken. So that'd be a good move for the Saints, you know, because the dude has some new philosophy.
You're right, Mike. I mean, they had the money. They was trying to get Deshaun Watson, you know, and he slipped out of their hands. So hey, they might try to go all out for Lamar. You never know. Yeah,
you never know. So only time will tell. We'll definitely see. But man, it's gonna be hard for the Saints to get Lamar, man. It just really is. Yeah, I'm not getting my hopes up. You know, everybody always posts these memes of these quarterbacks, and last year was Deshaun Watson in the Saints jersey, and then Aaron Rodgers in the Saints jersey, and this person in the Saints jersey. Man, every time y'all do that, we don't get that player.
I know. So, it's like they jinx us.
Yeah, I'm not getting my hopes up.
Remember when they had what's his name? Your boy damn. I'm going crazy. Number 13, Rams, Odell. They had Odell in the Saints jersey. We didn't get it. Everybody who they had, we didn't get them. You know, it's aggravating.
But again, it goes back to what direction are the Saints trying to go, right? It goes back to that question. What direction are they trying to go? Are you trying to get a bridge quarterback in Jimmy G, sign him, then, you know, draft a Hendon Hooker from Tennessee, let him sit behind him for a year, and then start Hendon Hooker, and then you move on from there? Or are you going to tank and then try to get the first overall pick, draft Caleb Williams next year? Because Caleb Williams is coming out in next year, not this year, next year. So, you know, what's the process? I don't know. I really don't know. I really don't know what's going to happen this offseason. Again, like I said earlier, so there's a lot of holes, man.
You're right, Jimmy. Jimmy G.
Facts. He gonna
go with Jimmy G, bro. That's a solid pick.
That boy gonna be on Bourbon Street, lighting it up.
Jimmy G should have some type of feeling too, because if you look at it, they was practically kicking Jimmy G out the door for Trey Lance. Then Trey Lance got hurt. Then they said, "Jimmy, we need you." He came back smiling. All right.
I'll show y'all. All right, bet.
You know, and he won games. Then he got hurt. You know, so you wonder, man, because they was. I mean, Jimmy G was almost out the door, bro. We know that, you know, and that's crazy, bro. Because I always thought Jimmy G was solid. You know, a lot of people didn't like Jimmy G. I always thought he was solid.
But I like the way he plays. I definitely do. I think he'll be a good fit. He could get the ball to Olave and Shaheed, for sure. But like Jerry just said, you know, with the whole idea of getting Hooker. I think that actually might be a good move for the Saints, because he's projected to go in the second round.
I thought you wanted Caleb.
No, I'm just saying if they want to address the quarterback situation this year, then
Right.
and they don't sign somebody in free agency, I feel as
Yeah.
though, listen, with the second overall pick,
What's
I
up,
mean
Rod? What's
pick,
up, Roderick?
get
Big
Hendon.
money.
So we'll see. We'll see. Definitely see on that. Now, speaking of Olave, man, Chris Olave got snubbed
Got snub.
for Rookie of the Year. The
Yeah.
3 finalists for Rookie of the Year are obviously Purdy from the 49ers,
Well, you
Kenneth
got to.
Walker, Kenneth Walker, the running back from Seattle, and then Garrett Wilson, the wide receiver from the Jets, who used to play at Ohio State with Olave. But
I can understand why Olave got snubbed. I mean, you have to look at those guys, man. Kenny Walker was outstanding. Garrett Wilson, his stats were a little better than Olave's.
yeah,
That's his boy that was at
yeah,
Ohio State with him. And then Purdy, look at Purdy, bro. Purdy in the championship game. I mean, he's in the
yeah.
championship game, bro.
But the Purdy thing, right? The Purdy thing kind of upset me because,
It did come late.
well, that's what I'm saying. He only played 5 weeks in
Right.
the regular season.
Right. And he
That,
just
that
took it.
award, that award
Right.
is for somebody that
It's
plays in
for
the
the
regular
whole
season,
season.
right?
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So that kind of threw me off, and that kind of upset
Yeah.
me about the Purdy situation.
Yeah.
Nobody's taking nothing away from him. He's definitely doing good, and his
Right.
team is in the
Right.
NFC Championship. But he only played 5 weeks of the season. You got
Right.
Olave, who has 1,000 yards, and then he's a rookie. Obviously, like you said, so Garrett Wilson's stats were a little bit better. But to the defense of Olave,
There you go, JGP.
he missed a couple games too. Let's just point that out. Olave missed a couple games. So if he would have played,
Still
he
has
would
a
have
power.
but it's all good. It is what it is. Listen, as Saints fans, we don't really expect to win anything these days. Whether it's we got the organization sticking with Dennis Allen and Pete Carmichael, Olave getting snubbed. Sean Payton don't want to come back. I mean, the refs always screwing us.
Mike said
hard,
he gonna
bro.
want 20 million. Mike, if we was in the running to get Deshaun Watson,
Yeah,
we in the running to get anybody, dog.
for sure.
Saints
sure.
will find that money, dog. They'll find that money.
And
I'm not even worrying about money as far as
the Saints are like,
if we want Jimmy G, we'll get it.
Yeah, they're $50 million over the cap, but they're definitely gonna restructure some deals, and they'll convert some money to signing bonuses, and they'll get over the cap. Listen, if they're able to get over the cap 130 million, if they can get under the cap with 130 million over, they definitely can do it with 50 million over. So that's not a big deal. Yeah. But again, it goes back to Mickey Loomis' comments in the sense that, all right, we're trying to fix this cap situation. So are we really going to go out there and get a guy like Lamar or whoever to come in here? Because let's look, Mike brought up the point with the 20 million, right? But you're looking at guys like Lamar who are asking for 50+ million a year.
Exactly.
So is that really is that really a lot of money compared to somebody in Lamar? It's kind of like groceries, right? Before we used to go to the grocery store with $100 and walk out of there with a bunch of bags. Now we walk in there with $100 and we walking out with 2-3 bags, and that's it. It's like, damn, where the hell my money went? So it's 20 million in the NFL world, really that much money compared to somebody who wants 50 M's. That's all, So, so I don't know. But
hey, if anybody watching the PELS game, did BI start like they said he was gonna do? Because I'm peeping up at it right now, and I see BI on the sideline with a damn jogging suit on. So everybody was saying, "Oh, BI gonna start tonight," but I don't know. I don't think so.
Maybe they're taking it easy.
Where it look.
Yeah, I mean, Mike, you got a point. You definitely have a point. But Mike, I really feel as though, I really feel as though, man, like I really feel as though this off season, I don't really expect too much, man. I'm be honest. Last off season, we was like, all right, let's go out and get Tyrann Mathieu. Let's go out and get Jarvis Landry. Let's go out and do this and get this guy. And then we ended up signing Marcus May. Like, I don't really think that that's going to be the case this year. I really don't. Because if they trying to fix this cap situation, I don't really see them going out and signing somebody for 50, 40, 50, 60 million dollars. I just don't see it. I really don't see it. So
they must have limited his minutes.
with that being said, Mike, are they going to end up sticking with Andy Dalton? Because if that's the case, we already know what type of season we about.
Oh man, don't say that, bro. Let's just hope for the best, bro.
So I'd rather you out there slinging that ball, bro.
Me too, man. Me too. God damn, bro. I mean, shit, I get in shape. And get out there, bro. I can sling that thing. But Andy Dalton, bro, just man.
But again, so like Mike said, we got a lot of holes, right? We got a lot of other stuff to address. You know, just the questions that for the offseason, just like I said, you got Anyamata as a free agent, Davenport's a free agent. What are you gonna do on backup running back, right? Because Kamara probably is gonna get suspended next year. So all right, he might miss 6 games.
That's the number one priority to me, getting them a compliment back.
I feel as though they should go out and get Gibbs from Alabama, because he reminds me of Kamara, right? Every time he plays and I watch Alabama, I always say, man, look at Kamara. He reminds me solely of Kamara, the way he moves and shifts. And I just feel as though Gibbs would be a nice addition to the Saints. What's going to happen with the number 1 wide receiver position, right? They're talking about Olave needs to bulk up and do his thing, you know, in this offseason, and he's going back to San Diego to lift weights by himself and this and that. But is Olave going to be a real number 1 wide receiver? Because typically with a number 1 wide receiver, you got a guy that has a lot of height, who's bulked up, who can run routes, right? Like a Mike Thomas, right? But let's be honest, Mike Thomas not coming back. He got a $30-something million signing bonus due. I don't think the Saints going to pay him that. They restructured that contract and it did it that way for a reason. So I don't see him being back with the Saints. It would be nice, but again, he's not available. You know, you got to have somebody that's going to be available to play. And it's unfortunate because I like Mike Thomas. You know what I'm saying? But
you see what my boy Mike said, the Saints ain't going all out. They already know what this team is. You have to rid these existing contracts and build through the draft. Getting high-priced free agents under the regime is a waste of time and money. We are going to be trashed for at least 2 more years. Well, I hope not, Mike. You know, I really hope not, bro. You know, I mean, that's not too positive. You know, that don't make me feel too good. You know what I'm saying? So
I mean, but he's right. But he's right in the sense that
not the case.
He's right in the sense.
I know what he's saying. You know, technically, I understand where he's coming from with that. Yeah. You know, but you know, you never know, man. You never know, bro. I mean, you know, we go out, say we get Jimmy G. Jimmy G comes in with the weapons we have, and Jimmy G does well, and we win games, bro. You know, I mean, we always got to keep the faith. You know, that's the Saints fans' number 1 word, bro. Faith. You got to have faith, bro. You know, so we'll see what happens, bro. You know, let's not be down. Let's not be negative about it.
It's kind of like this year, right? This year we went into the season and we was like, man, we gonna make the playoffs. We going 12-4, and we expected all of this stuff. Now it's always been an ass backwards situation with how we think mentally, right? Well, all right, they're gonna be good, and then they end up not being good, miss the playoffs. Well, this year we expect them not to be good, and next thing you know, they might be good and might be in the playoffs.
Exactly.
You just never know. You really just never know.
Yeah, you never know, man. But you know, and believe me, Jameis, we not forgetting about you, bro. You know, like I said, if you want to be here, if you decide, hey, look, you know, I know the Saints kind of gave me one in the ass, but you know, I still want to come back to prove to this city. I like this city. I like the fan base. I want to come back and show them that I still can lead this team to the promised land, you know. So I would really love to see Jameis, you know, get a chance, bro. I really would.
Yeah. Well, listen, it wouldn't be a bad thing if you had to pick between Andy Dalton and Jameis. Come on, bro. Andy Dalton show what he could do. Put Jameis in. Let's roll. See what he could do with Jameis. If we're gonna be shitty anyway, might as well put Jameis in the game. If he's going to be fully healthy. That can't be used as an excuse next year. So, you know what I'm saying? So let's just roll with Jameis. If they don't go out and draft a quarterback, and let's just see where the team lands. If they land good.
Yeah.
If they don't, then it is what it is. Go out and draft somebody and let's keep it going, you know?
Yeah.
So, Keeping It Real podcast said Mike Thomas is the best receiver on the team. You don't need to get rid of all world talent. I would see if he comes back healthy. He showed us all he's still that dude. I mean, listen, I love Mike Thomas, man. Like
Yeah.
literally, bro. Like my director for Christmas bought me a Mike Thomas Stitch jersey. I have it in a closet, and I'm highly upset that if he does get released, I can't. I got the jersey for nothing really. So it's like it sucks. Trust me, I get it. That's one of my favorite players on the team. But again, man, in the
I hear you. We've been saying that, Kim. Let me say it. In a perfect world, we wish Mike Thomas come back healthy, and we have that three-headed monster of him, Olave, and Rashid Shaheed with my boy Jawan Johnson at tight end. Kamara only getting a full game suspension, or maybe not getting suspended at all. That would be a perfect situation, a perfect scenario. But so I mean, like I said, we just got to keep the faith, man. We just got to keep the faith with Michael Thomas. It looks like he's not going to be here from the move they made, freeing up that cap space. So, we'll see what happens, man. We'll see what happens. That's all we can do.
Grantland said, "Get your name sewn on the back." I do that with all jerseys.
Yeah, I used to see people with their name on it.
Yeah, that'd be right. That's a good idea, Grantland. I appreciate that. If that does happen, I think that's what I'm gonna end up doing. That jersey's like $200, man.
Mike Thomas, I tell you one thing, enough is enough. You've been hurt too long, bro. You've been hurt now. Probably you've been hurt longer than you've been in the league, almost. You know what I'm saying? And that's not good.
But I do agree with Keeping It Real's comment of saying Olave is not ready to be the man. Like I'll say this.
He was the man this year. That seemed like all we had.
I just feel as though he need to bulk up, man. If he wants to be that number one wide receiver, he got to bulk up. He definitely got to bulk up. So I don't know, but I'm rooting for Olave, man. He's one of my favorite players on the team. So, but again, you got to address the running back situation. You got to address the number one wide receiver situation.
You're right, Keeping It Real. You're right.
Jawan Johnson is a free agent. They got to go out and sign him back.
Yeah.
What's going to happen on that O-line? Are they going to keep Andrews Pete? They're going to draft somebody to take his position, right? What's going to happen with Trevor Penning? He's going to have surgery, should be back by training camp, right? So what's going to happen with that? I mean, the defense we talked about, the cornerback situation is really good. The linebackers are really good. The safeties, Tyrann Mathieu did his thing, but I'm not really.
Yeah, he started playing in the last part of the season.
I'm not too confident in Marcus May, so I really ain't.
Me either.
He just ain't really do nothing to impress me. When you got Marcus Williams, a lot of people talk smack about Marcus Williams, but let's be honest, Marcus Williams was good for 4 to 5 interceptions every single year, right? He would get at least 2 interception every Tampa Bay game, Marcus May, he ain't really do nothing. He ain't really do.
I was looking at Kenny's statement. I think he likes Jameis. I mean, you look at that Atlanta game, bro. That was his go-to guy.
Yeah, he went crazy.
Mike likes a quarterback that goes to him a lot. That likes him, that has a good chemistry with him. And I think he was shooting for Jameis to stay healthy and everything, bro. And I think that had a lot to do with him not finishing the season and stuff like that. But like I say, we can get into that, but we don't want to get into that no more about the medical staff and
look at Ronald's
play and misdiagnosis.
Look at Ronald's comment. Put Ronald's comment on the screen.
He said, "Man, if Michael Thomas would have some of our treaters
treat him, he'd never be hurt again." Bro, you know what's funny? And I don't know if I've ever said this, but like I was leaving, I think I was leaving a Pelicans game one night. And I don't know if y'all ever seen that meme of the guy, the security guard in front of a football stadium, and the person's walking up and he's about to pat him down and he's just doing this, like not even touching them and telling them to walk in. Well, I had put that meme on a tweet and I put the Saints medical staff, and then Mike Thomas liked it. He liked the post. So I was like, oh shit. Mike Thomas liked that post. So that just tells you exactly what you need to know. He feel the same way. So I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. But we'll see what happens this off season. Listen, it's gonna be one. I think this off season, we feel like there's gonna be a lot of traction. I really don't think there's gonna be a lot of traction. So I really don't. That's just me personally, but you never know. We'll see what happens. Now, I want to get your take on this real quick. So, because this guy's in the NFC Championship game, used to play for the Saints. Last time we came on here, he said that Philadelphia treats him better than New Orleans. And then this Sunday after the game, he got his car jacked in Philadelphia. Does that sound like they treat them better in Philadelphia than they did in New Orleans?
Sound like a little calmer to me.
Because let me tell you, so let me tell you this. We got some carjackers in New Orleans. You know that for a fact. So,
but I think that's calmer. You sit there and talk about this city, like Philadelphia is so damn good. It's just roses out there and everything. And that just goes to show you that no matter where you are, man, anything can happen to you. You sit there and shit on us, talk about the city of New Orleans, and then you get your car jacked, and all he can say is, "Come on, man, y'all do me like that, man. Come on, man. Yeah, that's how y'all do it, man. Where my car at, man?" They don't give a shit about you, bro. They don't give a shit.
Steve said we sent them down from NOLA to jack his car.
Right. They sent one of our boys up there to get him.
That's messed up, bro.
That car probably right there downtown on Broad, bro. Park.
Oh man, bro, it's just funny. It's funny how he said that 2 weeks ago, and then he gets carjacked after the game in Philadelphia, bro. That just, like you said, it's just karma, man. All I can do is just sit back, laugh. I ain't say nothing. I ain't gonna tweet nothing. I'm just like, all right, whatever.
I already pissed him off. I don't think he liked me because I posted that video. I said I'm the reason probably why he left. But he said, I'm happy I did leave. So,
He did? He said that?
It is what? Nah, he didn't say that.
Oh, I was about to say.
I don't know if he responded. I didn't read all my comments and responses and everything. But I got a lot of responses from different people, One Philadelphia fan say, "Oh, thanks. Thanks for if you the reason he left, stuff like that."
It's just to the point where it's like it's funny because it's like, all right, the dude does lead the NFL in interceptions, but then it's like you sit there, you talk shit about the city, and then now you get carjacked. So I mean, it is what it is.
Right,
bro.
right. That's
his problem, and
it is what it is. He got a little change.
I'm gonna be honest.
Another one.
I'm gonna be honest.
You got insurance.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm rooting for the 49ers this week, strictly off of just him. It doesn't have nothing to do with Jalen Hurts. Listen, Jalen Hurts and AJ Brown, they did good for me in fantasy. They helped your boy win some money. But bro, I hope the Eagles lose this week. I know Mike wants the Eagles to win. I hope the Eagles get that ass busted.
And you know what? I know the 49ers has given us the blues over the years, especially when we was in the NFC West. It was Atlanta, Carolina, San Francisco, and the Saints, but hey, the 49ers, I don't have a problem with them. I don't hate them like I do the Cowboys or the Atlanta Falcons. Ricky Jackson got his only Super Bowl with the 49ers, and I was rooting for him then. Toy Cook was on that team, so they have some Saints ties, to the 49ers, man, and I mean, they're a good organization, bro. They're a good organization, and one of my favorite receivers, Jerry Rice, played for them.
And listen, I went to the game this year out there, man. That stadium, I'm not gonna lie to y'all, man. That stadium is so lit. They fans are lit. Like they really lit, man. They tailgating is unmatched. I mean, their tailgating parties was nuts out there. So I mean, you can't deny, their fan base and stuff, but I mean, I really don't like either team, to be honest, the 49ers or the Eagles. But if I had to roll with anyone, I would say 49ers, just because I got friends out that live out there and stuff like that. But other than that, just because of what Chauncey said about New Orleans, I'm rolling. really with the 49ers.
Yeah, we've had success against the Eagles, but not Jalen Hurts though. The Jalen Hurts led Eagles we've had problems with, but the Eagles in per se before he got there, I mean, I don't have a problem with him. I don't have a problem, but I just because of Chauncey, bro, I don't want to see him holding up a Lombardi trophy, bro.
Yeah, for
I
sure.
don't want to see him just by what you said, bro.
Yeah,
we gave you your opportunity, bro.
Well, we embraced him. You know what I'm saying? We embraced him.
Man.
We made him feel
all
like
that foolery and acting. I mean, the penalties and come on, bro. And you're gonna just leave like that. I think any player that started with an organization shouldn't go back and talk about that organization. I think they should say, well, the Saints, they gave my opportunity. I'm gonna be quiet on that. I plead the fifth. Don't ask me nothing about my prior organization.
Or you can keep it, or you can just say, listen, that's the team that drafted me. It's a business. I have nothing against New Orleans. I love the city. And just leave it at that. You ain't got to say, oh, well, they treat me better in Philadelphia than New Orleans. Like, man, how was we treating you here? Everybody was embracing you when you was here, especially when you did the whole thing, with booting up against Brady and stuff. So I don't know. It is what.
And that's what kills us. Just like with Burrow, we wanted to see Burrow win the Super Bowl, but Eli Apple, we wanted, you know what I'm saying? He's the reason why, you kind of didn't want him to get it. You know what I'm saying? Now, with the Eagles, I would love to see Jalen Hurts get a, young guy came in, he went through a lot of adversity with Alabama and everything. And, to come into the league, and when he first came into the league, it was issues. And, he's been playing good this whole year, So what you think? He MVP? They give him the MVP?
Nah, they probably going to give it to Mahomes.
My boy.
They probably going to give it to Mahomes. Let's just be honest.
My homeboy.
They probably going to give it to Mahomes, man.
Probably so.
But yeah, I mean, listen, I'm excited about these two games this weekend.
Yes,
you said,
I am too, man.
When you think about the Bengals and the Chiefs, it's kind of like you want to root for Joe Burrow and you want to root for Chase, but then you got Eli Apple ugly ass on the other side, and you're like, man, I really don't want his ugly ass to be in the Super Bowl again. But if he is in the Super Bowl again, he's gonna end up getting torched like he did last year. So against Cooper. But I don't know, man. I really don't know. I really don't know how to. And then with the whole Mahomes thing, Mahomes practiced in full today. So, he's just a warrior. He's just trying to get back to that Super Bowl and win his second one. So
I want to give a shout out to my boy Hakeem. His birthday tomorrow. Happy birthday, my brother.
Happy birthday, Hakeem.
I hope you have a great day on I think it's tomorrow or Friday. It might be Friday. What's tomorrow?
Shout out to all what he say, so shout out to all the charity babies.
Yeah, all the charity babies, bro. And the university babies after that.
Yeah, shout out to all the charity babies, who have a birthday on the 26th of January. That's Hakeem. Shout out to Hakeem.
Let's see what Mike says. He talked to her mom. I'm friends with CJ's mom. He said he was hurt. It didn't work out with the Saints. He fell in love with the culture and the city. Plus, he was close to home. His temper tantrum was towards the front office and current coaches. She believes if Peyton was still there, CJ would still be here. Probably so. The DA couldn't deal with him. DA couldn't deal with that.
He was like, man, I'm about to start my first year as a coach. I don't need no distractions. Let's get this dude out of here. And that's basically what happened.
Yeah, that's basically what happened, man. So it looked like BI is doing good. I'm looking up here on the monitor on the TV. BI is playing, and the PELS are winning by 9.
That's good.
2:35 before the second, before the halftime. So we want to talk a little about the PELS, or we want to get into the picks. What you want to do?
Let's do Pelicans. I mean, the Pelicans are obviously 4th in the West right now.
Yeah.
And
they were falling fast, man. Yeah. I mean, we was on a losing streak, bro. Hopefully we can win the night. And, at least one of our superstars need to be on the court. You know what I'm saying? Not both of them out. But CJ had two back-to-back bad games. A lot of turnovers.
And let's be honest. So yesterday's game, they should have won. They came back. They should have won. They lost by 1. But man, that would have been a huge game to win against Denver, because I think Denver right now is #1 in the West. Yeah, they're #1 in the West. So that would have been a huge game to get yesterday, but unfortunately they couldn't get it, man. Couldn't get it. But they playing the Timberwolves right now. Yeah, they need this dub against the Timberwolves. They got the Wizards coming up on Saturday, and then they going out to Milwaukee on Sunday, so to play the Bucks. And then they fly all the way to Denver to play the Nuggets again, and that ends the month of January. But I was reading some today, so they were saying that LeBron is coming down here on the 4th of February, and they're saying that LeBron is on pace to break Kareem Abdul-Jabbar's record for most points, and the game against the Pelicans would be the game that he probably would break that record. So that game about to be so lit.
Yeah, but if you play forever, bro, you bound to break records, bro.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? LeBron been in the league, bro, a long time. He almost 40 years old, bro. You know, LeBron didn't go to college. He had a little head start, you know, on getting these points and records in the NBA. You know, he went straight from high school to the NBA. So,
yeah,
you know, I mean, shout out to LeBron. But, you know, we all talk about who the GOAT is and everything. One thing, LeBron been in the finals 10 times. And guess how many rings? See that? 10, 4 rings. 10, 4 rings. Jordan, 6. Remember that. That's GOAT talk.
Yeah.
That's GOAT talk. We're going to leave that alone, though.
Yeah, that is.
For
But
Mike
I will say this, though, as far as the NBA, you know what? You know, one team that I wish the Saints could be like. I know it's basketball compared to football, but bro, the Boston Celtics lost their coach because of that whole scandal and all of that. Got promoted somebody else, and they still #1 in the East. When you talk about continuity, so that's the continuity that you want, right? From a transition. Right. That was kind of the continuity that the Saints thought they was going to get with moving from Sean Payton to Dennis Allen, but it just didn't happen. So it just shows you that you could have teams that can, have that transition and make it flawless, but obviously with the Saints, and it definitely wasn't flawless. But every time I watch the Celtics play, I always think about that. I really do. I don't know why, but I do. Yeah. He said stop hating, so
no, I'm not hating, man. I wish the best for LeBron. I like LeBron. You know, ain't nothing, ain't no hating. You know, right now, you know, they not doing too well. They trying to get back in the click of things, you know, with the NBA. You know, they started out bad, you know what I'm saying? But you know, it is what it is, man. You know, it is what it is.
Yeah.
You know, LeBron, you have to understand, he's a freak. His body, you know, his height, his speed, all that, you know, he's a freakish type player, bro. He's supposed to do what he does, bro. He's supposed to do that. You know?
Yeah. And he's still doing it at a high level.
Right. He's still doing it at a high level. You know, with the technology and stuff right now, they're getting them damn incubators or whatever they is, and you know, they got all kind of shit, brother. Keep your body tip top. You know what I'm saying? So I wish they sent it down here for the Saints players, huh? I mean, for the Pelican fucking players and Saints.
And Saints, they both need it. They need to put them in some type of incubator and let them.
But I tell you what, that shit ain't working for Andy Davis.
So you know what the Pelican Saints need? I don't know if you remember this. Maybe people on here remember this, but remember when we used to go to the mall, and they used to have in the middle of the mall where you could like hop into this little tank thing, and then you just sit in there for like 30 minutes or an hour. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
For like to decompress your body or some shit. I don't know what it was for.
I remember that.
The Saints definitely need that for sure. They definitely need that, man. But I don't know, man. So we'll see. But what's up with these games this week? So because we close with these picks, man.
All right, yeah, we close, bro. We close. Let me see. Hold on. All right, here we go. All right, this week just passed. Mike Teasy, you know, he was 4-0. You know, he got all 4 games right.
Uh-oh.
The Chiefs won, the Eagles won, the Bengals won, and the 49ers won. We were all 3-1, me, you, and Hakeem. We were all 3-1. So our overall 173 right. Nada has 173 right also, and Hakeem is 171. So I don't know. Somebody's gonna have to make a move in these last 2 weeks. We got the AFC and NFC championships, and then we got the Super Bowl. So
Dang.
somebody's gonna have to make a move, bro. We're gonna be splitting, splitting that money. But as far as the 49ers at the Eagles, bro, I was going with the Eagles at first.
Oh shit! Here we go.
I was. Man, I like the Purdy story, bro. I like that story, bro. I think I'm gonna go ahead and go with the 49ers for the upset, bro. I'm going with the 49ers, bro.
All right. Hakeem said he going Philadelphia.
He going Philly?
Yep.
Yeah, we know.
I'm going 49ers too, bro.
Yeah.
I can't root for Chauncey, bro. I just can't.
No. Nah.
Mike, we ain't trying to hear none of that.
What are you talking about?
Talking about, man, I would have kicked y'all ass if I was still in it. Man, you went in the hibernation mode. We ain't trying to hear that.
Right. So, it is what it is with that. I mean, you're our boy, Mike.
Yeah.
We appreciate it, letting us get the money. But okay, Bengals at Chiefs. I'm going with, I gotta go with my homeboy, bro. I mean, I Burrow Bengal, Bayou Bengal, I wish him the best. But hey, believe me, my homeboy looking at Eli this week. Eli gonna get toast this week. He's gonna get toasted. So
man, damn, bro. I've been thinking about this game all week. I really have. Last week I picked the Bills to win and they lost.
We know why you going with the Eagles. Your daughter is a die-hard Eagle fan. Yeah. That's why she's going with them Eagles.
But man, Joe Burrow is just so cool, man. I know Mahomes is Mahomes. I really, I know Mahomes is Mahomes. The Bengals are actually 3-0 against the Chiefs at their house.
Exactly. That's why I'm picking the Chiefs, because I think they're gonna play. They're gonna try super hard not to let this dude beat them again at home. And then on a stage like this, oh man.
I think Mahomes. I know he played the rest of the second half, but I'm gonna go Bengals, man.
Who is your dog that's hurt? Man, Mahomes all right. Mahomes good. All he had was a little sprained ankle. I ain't gonna stop him.
I'm gonna go Bengals, man. Not gonna go Bengals. I wouldn't put it past Joe Burrow, man. Joe Burrow's so smooth, bro. Yeah. I wouldn't put it past them, man. I really wouldn't.
Okay.
Either way, like for me personally, I'm only saying Bengals because obviously Soul picked the Chiefs. I'm trying to switch it up so I could kind of maybe get a lead. If not, I'm gonna be one down. It's all good.
Right.
But
I'm going Mahomes all the way.
Yeah, my son likes Mahomes. He's a Mahomes fan. He wants Mahomes to win the Super Bowl. So I can't hate because my son likes Mahomes, and I don't have nothing against the Chiefs or Mahomes, but I like Joe Burrow and Chase, so I got to roll with them.
Well, guess what, Mike? Whether he hurt or not, he playing. So that's that. So
that is
all right. We got our picks.
I agree with that, Hakeem.
Yeah. So Mike T said he going with the Bengals too.
Yeah.
All right.
He said Eagles and Bengals.
All right. Cool.
Man, that's gonna be crazy. Bengals, 49ers in the Super Bowl. Ooh wee! Joe Burrow getting his first championship, dog.
Who Mike T had it with the? He had the Eagles, right?
Yeah.
So who I'm missing right here? I'm missing. Oh, who Hakeem got for? He got Bengals.
Hakeem. Let me see. I think
Bengals
so.
or the Chiefs?
No, Bengals. He had Bengals.
Okay. Well, nobody going with me with the Mahomes, huh? All right. Yeah. And Mike T always my homeboy. All right. Well, I'm glad I'm by myself. And guess what, man? Mahomes ain't gonna do it at home, bro. And that's gonna be that. You know, y'all gonna see.
All right.
We're gonna be on the show next week. We're gonna see. But I just want to let everybody know, tell it like it is. We'll be coming on Sunday. We're gonna do a show right before the playoffs start at 2:00. So we're gonna do like a 12:30 show right before the playoffs start. So check out Tell It Like It Is this Sunday.
Y'all definitely tune into that.
Yeah.
Definitely tune into that. I want to give a big shout out. I got a couple of shout outs. Number one, I want to give a shout out to the Associated Press. The Associated Press reached out to me a couple weeks ago and wanted to do a story on how we feed the homeless every Thursday. So they came out there last Thursday with us, man, and shot some footage and stuff like that. So shout out to the Associated Press. That should be coming out in a couple of weeks. I also want to give a shout out to B Sweets on 704 Rampart. Listen, I'm going to tell y'all this, man. This lady reached out to me. She has one of the best gumbos in the city. She has something called Mardi Gras catfish with the crawfish etouffee and a big some rice in the middle and a catfish on the top. So, man, I'm telling you, this lady, bro, she started from the bottom and now she is here. This lady, bro, she has one of the best gumbos in the city. She got one of the best Mardi Gras catfish in the city. She got
Where's she at?
She got one of the best king cakes in the city. 704 Rampart Street. Make sure y'all support.
Go try out.
Yeah, because I'm gonna be honest with y'all. You know, we've been doing it with Canes, and we've been doing a lot of work with Canes. But she reached out to us and said, "Listen, for the same amount of money y'all paying Canes, I could give y'all more food." So now we about to kind of team up with her and kind of make it work. But like not last week, the week before, she gave out a piece of chicken, jambalaya, and a piece of king cake to the homeless for the meals.
All right.
So definitely. So shout out to B Sweets. We're gonna try to get her as a sponsor on the show too, for sure.
Yeah, shout out. All right. Well, hey y'all, we thank y'all for joining into the show, man. Thanks my boys Hakeem, Mike T, for commenting and everything.
Appreciate it.
Giving their takes on everything.
Steve.
And we appreciate everybody else. And go Pelicans. About to go watch this Pelican game. Hopefully they get a win and get on the winning streak, man.
Yeah, definitely. They need to get on a winning streak. Got to end this month off the right way. But again, man, shout out to everybody that tunes in. Y'all make sure y'all tune in to Tell It Like It Is on Sunday with Mike, Hakeem, and Soul. And man, we'll see y'all next week, man. Same place, same time.
Yeah. Let's go out with a little Pelican music. Little Pelicans. All right, y'all. Y'all have a good night.
All right.
Love y'all.
5-star T-Bone Pelicans, take flight, take flight.
Take flight, Pelicans, take flight. Take flight, Pelicans, take flight. Take flight, Pelicans, take flight. Take flight, Pelicans, take flight. Take flight, Pelicans, take flight. Take flight, Pelicans, take flight. Take flight, Pelicans, take flight. Take flight, Pelicans, take flight. Let's go. This is the blender, Smoothie King Center. Pelicans take flight, no surrender. Ball hard in the paint, no pretender. Fly high, soar to the top. When we play together, we can't be stopped. The other 29 teams gon' hate. Let them hate. That's okay, we the best. Let it marinate. Unbothered, we fly high. The only limit we got is the sky. Stand our ground, we never back down. Brandon Breeze gon' take us to the crown. Play hard, 48 minutes. D up, play smart, we'll win it. Pelicans take flight, take flight, take flight. Come on and take flight. Take flight, Pelicans 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 take flight.
Take flight, Pelicans, take flight, yeah.